Right, I want to have a serious rant. I know there's nobody watching me because I've got no followers watching me. Well, I've got 2 followers watching me. Uh, I, I think when I get about 6, then I'll start, Because they all say that, don't they? Well, I won't start until somebody watches me. I'll just have another drink and get more pissed. Because it really upsets me. I don't really read the news, but like sometimes, because I love YouTube, and certain YouTube videos turn up. And when these videos turn up, I get a really bit pissed off and annoyed. And there's certain subjects that really annoy me. And so I've got about 6 viewers, so I probably will start now if I can get the top of the bottle, that is. Oh God. So all right, one's dropped off. So let me have a look. Well, I'll share my screen anyway. Right, share. Got to make sure you can hear it, Anna. Got to make sure you can hear it. Oh God, present. Share screen. Entire screen. That's I've got to make sure of that. And then I've got to click that and then click that. And then go on that. So here we go, look, right. The BBC and Channel 4 released statement on Russell Brand after he denies rape accusations. All right. So if I go back, so I think this is him here.
Hello there, you Awakening Wonders. Now, this isn't the usual type of video we make on this channel where we critique, attack and undermine the news in all its corruption, because in this story, I am the news. I've received 2 extremely disturbing letters, or a letter and an email, one from a mainstream media TV company, one from a newspaper, listing a litany of extremely egregious and aggressive attacks, as well as some pretty stupid stuff like my community festival should be stopped, that I shouldn't be able to attack mainstream media narratives on this channel. But amidst this litany of astonishing, rather baroque attacks are some very serious allegations that I absolutely refute. These allegations pertain to the time when I was working in the mainstream, when I was in the newspapers all the time, when I was in the movies. And as I've written about extensively in my books, I was very, very promiscuous. Now, during that time of promiscuity, the relationships I had were absolutely always consensual. I was always transparent about that then, almost too transparent. And I'm being transparent about it now as well. And to see that transparency metastasized into something criminal that I absolutely deny makes me question, is there another agenda at play? Particularly when we've seen coordinated media attacks before, like with Joe Rogan, when he dared to take a medicine that the mainstream media didn't approve of. And we saw a spate of headlines from media outlets across the world using the same language. I'm aware that you guys have been saying in the comments for a while, watch out, Russell, they're coming for you. You're getting too close to the truth. Russell Brand did not kill himself. I know that a year ago, there was a spate of articles. Russell Brand's a conspiracy theorist. Russell Brand's right wing. I'm aware of news media making phone calls, sending letters to people I know, know for ages and ages. It's been clear to me, or at least it feels to me like there's a serious and concerted agenda to control these kind of spaces and these kind of voices. And I mean my voice along with your voice. I don't mind them using my books and my stand-up to talk about my promiscuous consensual.
Well, I'm going to stop it there, right? So, you know, from the start, it talks about like he's aware that they're out to get him, right? And they're using like the rape cases. Did he do it? I really don't know. You know, I really don't know. Hello, War Dog. Hello, Ghost Lady. I don't know whether it's all I know, right, is I know women, when they like somebody, they will drop their little panties off. And then like they'll just enjoy themselves and then get the bragging rights, right? And it's the same with men, with women. And I just look at it like thinking to myself, right, we in 2023, and when these stories that they're bringing out now happened in 2008, 2009, and they're bringing up women, and these women are saying now in 2023, he raped me. I have to question that and say, well, why didn't he say that at the time? And their comeback probably will be, well, I was embarrassed. Well, you're not embarrassed now, are you, love? You're not embarrassed now. You know, I was embarrassed in 2008. I was embarrassed in 2009. But you're not embarrassed now, are you? Oh, I've grown up a little bit and I've done, you know, do they do it for the money? You know, I don't know. I'm just asking the questions. You know, that's all I'm doing is asking sensible, intelligent questions. Why couldn't they report him at the time? Why did he have to come out now? And it's the same with like you. Is it you, Grant, the newsreader? Over sexual pictures that were in this career. Philip Schofield about like he got a 15-year-old kid a job. Wasn't on the ITV or the BBC, I don't know. And like, you know, why do they do these things? Definitely out for the money. See, I don't know. I just suspect they are. You know, I've made about 3 or 4 videos on this subject. I've already been live tonight, and I thought, well, I'll go live again. You know, because like I keep making these videos and they go terribly wrong. But then I just want things to go like. I just get so fed up with it all. I really do. You know, this is why I don't watch television. You know, I've got YouTube and that, but we are talking to about the guy who was friends with my Uncle Jimmy. Was we? Who's fucking Uncle Jimmy Wardog? What planet are you fucking on, mate? Hey, are you taking fucking drugs? I'm talking about fucking Russell Brand, and you're talking about your fucking Uncle Jimmy. Fat me. So we have got War Dog and Ghost Lady. Who's the other two? Would you like to contribute to this conversation? Would you like to induce yourself to it? But it really pisses me off, when you hear all these stories, it's like the transgender and everything now, isn't it? All this fucking nonsense with political correctness. You can't do anything now. Jimmy Savile, I think. Uncle Jimmy. Yeah, I think you're right, Ghost Lady. Yeah, now I've got it. I don't have an Uncle Jimmy. Yeah, I bet you do, Warlock. Bet you do. Hey, I don't have an Uncle Jimmy. I'm saying he was friends with Uncle Jimmy Savile. Now they confuse me even fucking more. I'd keep off them fucking paracetamols, I would. Because they're not doing you any good, Warlock. Them paracetamols. I'd take a bit of cocaine if I was you. That would make you more intelligent. But they never do. They never do, Nanny. They never do. And I don't blame them really, because some of them come from uh, channels I slag off, like Breathing Demons, John Sixth Sense. I don't. Well, the big channels don't even know me. What the smaller channels do. Because I was talking about it earlier, is that Lee, when you made that video with Lee, I thought that was brilliant, Nanny Lynn. When they got married and now they're divorcing, aren't they? That was a waste of time, wasn't it? You wasted your fucking breath there, didn't you? But it was a brilliant video. I don't watch TV or the news, Simon. Waste of time, Nanny Lynn, waste of time. I was on about it today. I got fined. I've got to pay an 80 quid fine. And what? I forgot to tax my car. I should have taxed my car in May. On the 1st of May, I should have taxed my car. I've been driving my car now for what? May, June, July. Is it August, September? About 5 months in it. 4 or 5 months I've been driving my car with no tax. And the amount of police cars that I've drove past and whatever, and not one of them has ever stopped me. And they're supposed to have them things in the cars, aren't they? Like recognise if you're driving without a licence, if you've got no tax, if you've got no insurance, if you've got no MOT, it all flags up on the cars, doesn't it? Well, apparently not. because when you drive your car now, years ago, well, I'll say years ago, a few years ago, when they brought out all these cameras and stuff like that, they brought this program out in the police cars where, like, the police have a camera pointing and they can recognise number plates. And then they hit the number plate and it brings up all your details. Hello, Anthony. You know, it brings up everything about your details of your car. If your car's taxed, if it's insured, you know. So, like I say, I got fined £80. My car tax is only 35 quid. But I've got to pay now 80 quid fine, 115 quid, is it 115 quid now? Because I paid the car tax today. And they're supposed to send you a reminder. And I didn't get one. But it's what I did get was like, well, I have shown because it had my address on, so I'm not bothered. It's there, look. It's got my address there, look. And I'll try to hide it with my fingers, but I don't give a damn. You know, people want to come and see me. They want to come and beat me up or whatever. You know, you're quite entitled to. You know, because I slagged your favourite YouTuber off. But just remember, I'm 63. You're probably a young kid or 30 or whatever. You know, so I've got nothing to lose, and you lot have got plenty to lose. You know, so it doesn't bother me. You know, and it's not a threat, and it's not this or that. It's just common sense. You know, so if you've got any, bloody use it. Well, I don't know if you've had a word with Lindsay, Nanny Lynn. She's on about, because I ain't spoke to him yet. I'm bad. I really am bad. They're looking at a cottage in November. But right, that's too long for me. I've got to get my car. Now I've got it taxed. I've got to get it MOT'd in a bit as well. That will be soon. Hey, that tea towel. You know, I looked at it and I looked at all the twists and everything, and I did read your message where you said, and to be quite truthful, the picture looked staged, Nanny Lynn. I'm sorry to say it did look staged. And the only reason I'm saying that is because it had them twists, and then the peak, and then the bottom, but it had that kind of twist where it would stand up. But I would love to come to your house and do an investigation. Because like all them pictures you have sent me, apart from the tea towel, and that was the only thing I could pick up on where I could say, yeah, you could stage that. You know, you could do this, you could do that, and that would stand up. And I believe what you said, you never did it. I do believe that. But at the same time, I'm looking at it from a different angle where people would say, oh, yeah, we could do this, we could do, you know, and that's my honesty. But my God, I tell you now, why do you catch pictures like? You see, I don't catch anything in this flat apart from a cold, me aches and pains. Hello, Shire. Yeah, I'm going to show you something now, right? Yeah, I'm going to. Yes, Simon, my son said that. But I swear, Simon, it was no. No, I believe you. I really do believe you. Right, Nanny Lynn, I really do believe. And I believe you wouldn't do anything like that. But at the same time, I think logically, I think, logically. And and then I think what other people would think. And this is why I would love to do your house, you know, because I'd really want to show it. There's no demons or, daft stuff like that. Anyway, let me show you this, right? Because I made a video earlier on. You can all watch it, the first one I made, right? And I could have super chat on it. I could have members on it where you pay me membership, or you have super chat. So I'm showing you now, right? Here we go. So this is like my earning page, like members. I turned it off. I found out how to turn it off, you know. So I've turned the members off, and there you go. Look, the super chats turned off. Super stickers are turned off. Super thanks turn off. So when these people say to you, "Oh, I don't know how to do it," if an idiot like me can do it when I'm drunk, if an idiot like me can do it when I'm drunk, imagine what you can do when you're sober. So don't believe all the bullshit that people tell you, because they don't want to turn it off. They want your money. I want your money. You know, can I go to the toilet? Please, sir, can I go to the toilet? No, you can't. Right, well, I'm going anyway. Right, sorry about that. Right, so let me get back onto my rant. Right, about Russell Brand. Because they're accusing him of like doing like sexual things, right? And there's one person I never really liked, and it was Alex Belfield. I started watching him, and I did like him when I first started watching him, right? And after a bit, when I started watching him, I thought, hang on a minute, you know, because I started watching him when he was doing like theatre reviews. I think he was doing like theatre. Well, I know he was doing theatre. And he wasn't doing any good. He was, I can't, well, I thought he was crap, but I still watched him. And then he changed his format. And then when he changed his format, he did very good. Right. And I thought, like, yeah, I could copy that, which I could, you know, I could make a video like he did, probably 3 or 4 times in a day, ranting about the news and whatever, which I could do. And I thought, no, because like he did it. And then he used to rant on about the BBC, which for years I never liked anyway. I always thought there was bias. When the internet come along and I started reading articles on the BBC, then I realised it was biased. So then, like, I wouldn't say I stopped watching the BBC because I didn't really watch it anyway. And neither did I watch ITV or Channel 4. I wasn't a really TV person. I wasn't a book person. I wouldn't sit down in my chair and read a book. What's that? I believe there is truth to it. What the BBC, and then Shire says, I was brought up neither to borrow or lend. Well, I was Shire. I was. You know, for my kid, my mother and my next door neighbours, we used to share bread, butter, milk. Have you got a bit of milk, Nancy? Yes, have you got a bit of bread, Doreen? And what about you, Ethel? I don't want anything carbohydrate, you know. And that's, I can't stand him. Which one? Alex. You know, because I never really like, I just fell out with him because I realised it was all for money. And he was fooling everybody for the money. And so I didn't like in his comments. I just left him be. And I shouldn't have. I should have shouted him out. But I did, well, I did a couple of times, didn't I? I did. You know, who me, Ghost Lady? No, she's not on about you, Shire. Because you're a girl. And Ghost Lady went, I can't stand him. Unless you're a transsexual, which I don't think you are. Are you bisexual? Well, if you know, you've got to be a lesbian, ain't you? Lots and lots, yeah. Russell Brand. I wouldn't say I don't like him. I think it's what you should have said, Nanny, is I don't like his humour. Because you can't say you don't like him because you don't know him. And this is where our English language fucks us. And it really does. Excuse the French. As if I can't speak English. You know, how can we dislike somebody if we don't know them and we've never met them? And this is why I like YouTube and this is why I like meeting people. Because, like, if I never met you, Nanny Lynn, and I never met you, we can't say anything either good or bad. But because we've met each other, you have formed your opinion of me, I formed my opinion of you, and we both like each other, so we say good things about each other. But if we never liked each other at the time, we would be saying bad things about each other. But at least we have met and formed that opinion of ourselves. You know, not like the rest of them that just slag off anybody that they've never met. You know, that's why I slag off John Sixth Sense, because I've worked with it. I worked with him. I said to Lindsay and John, be careful. You know, and I did say it, and Lindsay and John will tell you what I said. And I did say to them, be careful. He is using us for our honesty. And I said to Lindsay and John, and I know we're using him, you know, to get more followers. But I am true with what I say. So, like I said, I have met John Sixth Sense. And I'll never forget when he was on that Stockbridge bypass, because I was right next to him. And he still does it now in this video. Oh, I've just seen an apparition. And he said that to me. He went, I've just seen two legs. And where he said it was, I was watching already. You know, not because like I was just facing that way. And he just said it. And I went, where, Johnny? And he went, there. But I was already there watching because like my K2 meter was around there. And I thought, hang on, I didn't fucking see any fucking legs. How the fuck did you see legs? And I didn't see legs. And I didn't say anything to him, you know. But I did say something to John, and I'm sure I said it to Lindsay. Can't remember that, but I did mention it to John. But you can't say you don't like anybody until you've actually met them, you know. And that's what I believe. You know, it's like I say, I I don't hate or dislike the haunted hotel because I think what they catch is incredible, and I really do think that. But it's what I don't like about them is the prices they charge you to do an investigation there, like Richard Felix, the same with him. anything haunted, they just seem to rip you off with the prices. It's like when I said to Beardo, uh, because he did it and he got free entry, and I said, was it worth what it was worth? And he didn't answer me. So to me, like, it's just my opinion. I don't find him credible because he didn't want to answer me because he didn't want to upset them with his opinion. But who gives a damn? You know, we're talking honesty. And people are like him. Yeah, anybody wants people. And when you watch him, he says, I suffer with mental health. And I think to myself, hang on a minute. If you suffer with that much fucking mental health, people, what the fuck are you doing on YouTube? You know, because he keeps going on about like his mental health this, his mental health that. And I think to myself, like, well, get off fucking YouTube because it's no good. I don't know if any people remember Callum Chew. He's the same, you know, he makes videos, mental health. You know, what about my mental health? You know, they just, honestly, they really go on trying to trick you and like. What you put higher, we form options of people on their actions and beliefs. Brands, he does it for money and merch. I think anybody that does YouTube does it for money because why would they do it for YouTube? Right? Now, I would say that I do it for money. Uh, but I do it the right way. You know, it's like here, look, I'll show you my screen again, show you this, like the earnings, you know, and the overview. You know, I need another 23 viewers, I think. 877. So another 3 viewers is 80. And then another 20 is 900. Yeah, 900. So 123, I think I'm right because I'm drunk. Yeah, 123, I think, will get me to 1,000. Right? But I've still got to get another 1,000. So 9,700 watch hours. So I have to make a lot of videos to get to that 4,000. And like I say, I've got to get to that 1,123. Am I right? Because I'm drunk, so my maths is probably totally out. But like I says, I can do this. Right? I can start doing like the membership. I did start it and I cancelled it straight after. I made the video, showed everybody, and that's the video before this. I showed them all, and I had the super chats look on, and I could turn them off. And I says to them, I don't know how to do memberships, but I managed to do it, turn it off. You know, but I just show the honesty. Hello, Clivey. I thought, oh, yeah, at that party, you're supposed to be pissed, you are. Because I am, mate. Let me turn it onto the big screen. Are you back at Janet's? Come on, talk to me, Clive. Talk to me. Or are you dead? Uh, 12:35. 36. Water party. Oh, you've been pissing on then, haven't you? The earlier YouTube didn't have ad revenue and super chats or revenue. So what did they do for YouTube? I think YouTube's always had ad revenues, not super chat, but they've always had advertisements. And probably when they never had the advertisements on when they first started, you know, they just did it for like entertainment. And then YouTube come along and thought to themselves, hang on, we can make some money here, we can put ads on them. And they probably did that. And then all the creators got up in arms and says, hang on a minute, what are you doing putting ads on that? We're not making any videos anymore. We're leaving YouTube. So YouTube says, hang on a minute, we can't have that. So we're going to give you a bit, you know, a little bit of that money we're making. We'll make the millions and you will make peanuts. You know, but these creators thought, well, I'm getting a little bit of money. You know, but like I say, I think everybody does it for the money. And I don't think it's a bad thing, which I don't, but I just wish they'll tell the truth. You know, and just be open and says to you, like, I think Mark Smith did it right when he just used to say, well, it wasn't really Mark Smith, was it? It was his mods that used to put out the link, you know, the PayPal link. Ad revenue came in around 2017. So contact creators had no financial gain for fakery. I think they did. I think, you know, I just think people just like to fool other people. You know, it's in our nature. You know, look at the mafia. You know, we want what you've got and we're having it. And if you don't give it to us, we're going to fucking shoot you. You know, so like, sorry, Chaya. You know, there's always a financial gain. Even though there's no ad revenue or whatever, people just like to fool other people. It's like if you ask my mate Clivey, he'll tell you the truth when I was like, I'm an arsehole. And when I go out with him, I'm still an arsehole. And he would tell you the truth and say, yes, Simon is an arsehole. Time is it? Oh, better go to bed in a minute anyway. Oh. See, it's like me, I'm making these videos, like I said. Oh, God. It's like today, I went to get my normal drink and they ain't got it in the pub. They ain't got it. And so I had to go to another place and then I have to get Jim Beam. And when I get that, right, I just can't help but drink it. It's much better, this Jim, but it's 18 quid. And the other one's only about 13 quid. You know, I don't know, it's only a couple of pennies or whatever you want to call it. Ugh. Well, I'll drink this and I'll then go to bed. Ugh. Actually, Nanny Lynn, I'll make sure, if you're still here, got to make sure I got your phone number so I can ring you up. Because I really do want to do your ass. Ugh. You know, I'm looking at the streams now. Ugh. What's in some respects, there was competition of who had the most subscribers. But I was on about that earlier, right? And this is what I'll show you, Shire. Right? And I've said this all along, right? Subscribers don't mean nothing, right? So I add this, I go to here, right, go submitting. There we go, 2.5 million followers, right? Click on this video here, look.
At a location where people claim there is a dark, evil.
Because he goes on, always dark, evil, or whatever. Like, out of that 2.5 million people, he's only got 2,600 watching his video. Right? Can you see it? 2,600. Right? Right, so we'll go here. We'll go to YouTube again. Right. Proving demons. Right, proving demons here. Right, proving demons has only got 246,000 subscribers. All right. We'll cancel that. We'll go back up here. Oh, shit. All right. 2.5 million. All right. Like it says, go back to his video here.
Nasty entity. We are in a school.
And he's only got 2,600. So like I said, we go to Proving Demons. It's got 200,046k. Right? Look at his videos. 20k, 24k, 26k, 33, 116k. So that's 100,160 viewers. Right? What's he got? 146 subscribers. What's Lee got? 2.5 million. And he's only got 2,600. Is he buying followers?
It's a very wrecked place.
Is he buying them? And they're not watching him? They just subscribe to him and forgot to unsubscribe. You know, the proof is in the pudding, isn't it? Like it's there. Like I say, Proving Demons has got 246,000. And then Lee's got 2.5 million viewers, but he don't even get 20k views out of, like, he should be getting 100,000 views. But he's getting nothing. You know, and he can brag all he wants about how many followers he's got. And it still here, son. It doesn't make a difference. You know what I mean? Like, this is why I would not buy followers. I'd rather gain like this how many subscribers or followers, but fail to unsub or unfollow. No, that's the problem, they forget. Or like they can't be bothered. It's like, how many of you subscribe to channels? It's like me. Look. Oh, this is buttons, is it? Because this is my last video, I think. Just commenting to show you my support. Good night. See, that's nice. That's really nice. This is when I made that, like, oh, rant. Is this rant? Well, I don't know. Because this is the one I made earlier, moaning about my 80 quid fine. Oh yeah, that's it. Just commenting to say one. Because I went on a channel, you know, and I was really surprised. She had super chat on, but she didn't have what you call it on, like the join button. And then I thought, yeah, well, exploring the coming. Hey, bud, hope you're. Everybody asks me, I hope you're well. Well, I must be well because I'm making videos, aren't I? If, I, if I'm not that well, how can I make videos? But it is true about I sub to loads of channels I don't watch. Well, I'm trying to show you because I do. I do. There we go. Let's go to my channel. You see, well, Miss Annabelle, it's your live because that's a live sign anyway. See, I watch her. I watch them all. Look, Beardo, People, History Debunker. See, he's a nice guy. Well, see, he's a nice guy, and he used to have a partner. Uh, and they explore and probably break into abandoned buildings that I don't agree with. But at the same time, I just find them entertaining. You know, yeah, because he got into a building for a little round hole that had like glass still in it still. So instead of him smashing it out like you would do if you're logical, because it was just a round porthole like a ship's porthole. He climbed through the hole with the glass still jagged and everything, and he cut his leg. You know, which it saves him right. You know, but like I do like them and I do watch them. You know, so we got, and then we've got 25 more. Uh, Anybody know these or can remember these? The Birmingham crew, eh? He's John. I don't know his missus' name. And they used to go out with the kids and everything, ghost hunting. But it's like, you know, You see, no, I quite agree with her with it. I really do quite agree with her. YouTube is supposed to like get away, but it is a fucking drama fest, isn't it? And this is like dark arts paranormal, you know, and people slag hair off and a husband off, which I think they're great. You know, I respect them. Where are I? Oh no, I didn't share. I didn't share it. Did I better share it. Here we go. So I'll go back. Right. Please find us. So this is the first one.
Hey, you ever seen a wealthy person or a wealthy family or a jet owner? Like, I got a jet, I'm sorry, you know. You ever done that, seen that, and wondered, what would they do? What did they do to get it? And number two,
This is what gets me with fucking adverts like this. It's probably rented the plane for about 10 minutes. You know, and that's why you have to go so fast to get the fucking 10 minutes over and done with. You know, it probably cost him $50 to rent the plane for 10 minutes. And this is my plane. No, it's not your fucking plane. You couldn't even afford to play with your fucking pina colada. You know, your wife is fucking divorcing you because you're a fucking loser. And you're trying to convince us you are a fucking super Jedi. You know, what a load of bollocks. So anyway, what happened to his video? What happened to the videos? So here he is.
So we'll get straight into that now. I'm a bit worried about the glass around the edges of here, though. Don't really want to rip my skin off. But let's get inside. Right. I'm in. But I'm also shaking and damaged. Let me show you something. Now, if you're squeamish, I'm sorry. But that, there.
Now, you see, any normal person would have knocked that fucking glass out with a trick or anything. Wouldn't they? Come on, chiefly. If you're a big lad like him, because I don't want to call him like chubby or out, I'll just call him a big lad. You know, you would knock that glass out.
That bit of skin there. But I've also had an issue down this side as well.
You know, you'd knock that glass out, wouldn't you? It's just beyond me. It really is beyond me. Hello, Anthony. It is really beyond me. What would happen if subs and memberships become both payments and not sub fee? I don't think there's other alternatives than YouTube, isn't there? Where you can do like platforms. The problem is, YouTube is well established, so everybody does YouTube, don't they? Because YouTube is well established, and all them other companies are like on catch up, aren't they? You know, I think that's why John Smith Simons thought you was a Chesterfield. No. Derby fan, look. I'm a sheep shagger. Well, I'll shag anything, me. It might not be a sheep, it might be anything. But yes, I am a sheep shagger. That's what they call us anyway. probably not to their faces, you know, because we do take offence. But I am Derby through and through. And talking about football, you know, I've only got into the football in the last couple of years, because like when I was a kid, I used to be into football and get into a load of scrapes and a load of fights and whatever. And I wouldn't say I was an hard person, which I wasn't. I've never done boxing. I did a bit of karate when I was a kid. Probably useless at it, because I was always useless at everything I did, apart from drinking. You know, drinking I'm very good at. You know, anything else I'm pretty shit at. I know YouTube is free, but I would disappear if it was to pay to view. Do you know what? They'll never do that, Shire, because like it would kill them. It's like I pay Amazon. I think I pay Amazon is at $8.99, and then I pay Netflix. I think that's about £5 or £6, £5.99, which I think is cheaper than Sky. It's cheaper than Virgin. And then I pay £50 a year for a streaming service so I can watch my football. And could I watch it today? Could I watch it today? I tried watching my team today, and all it kept doing was fucking buffering. And then we have like two sides. We have the Rams side that streams it, and we have the other team, which today was Portsmouth, that streams it. So when the stream fucked up on Rams TV, I have to go to the history and then go to Portsmouth and click on that and wait for that to start. And then when that fucked up, I had to go back to the Rams TV and wait for that to. And it was like I'm missing half of the fucking game. I only bought it for that's all I bought it for. Because I worked out if I went to every match, how much it would cost me. I went to Rams TV, how much it would cost me to stream. And then I went to this one, and it was like cheaper. Oh, I can't see. So, like, you can never win. Everybody's out to make money, aren't they? And that's what it's all about, this world. John, it's funny, the BBC is non-ad funded, but on ad-based platform. Now, I'll tell you now, you say the BBC is a non-ad funded, and that's totally wrong, Shire. Anybody has got these smart televisions that do Freeview. So if you ever watch Freeview on one of these smart TVs, most of them channels are sponsored by the BBC. The BBC owns them channels, and the BBC places adverts on that channel they own, right? Like UK TV. I really can't remember all the television channels that the BBC owns, but they own quite a few. I'm not sure if it's Dave TV, but they all show adverts. It's only, is it terrestrial TV? Is that what it's called? Terrestrial TV? That's got BBC, ITV, Channel 4 and Channel 5. You know, but the BBC do bloody show ads, and they're making a lot of money. They might not be making it off terrestrial TV, but like on the Freeview, they're making lots of money because they can show ads, and they can disguise it by saying, you know, it's not the BBC. And does anybody know what BBC stands for? Can anybody tell me in the chat what BBC actually stands for? You know, not boggits and bickets and cunts, you know, because that's BBC as well, isn't it? Boggits and bickets and cunts. It's called the British Broadcasting Company, right? And why do they call it that? Because they have a royal charter, because it is a royal charter, and it's called the British Broadcasting Company because the politicians and like the king, do you remember Bertie? Is it Bertie? His brother advocated. The dad first started like broadcasting to the BBC when it was radio. This is the BBC. And I'm here as your king to tell you you're just a load of fucking wankers. You know, well, he never said that, did he? He never said that. Well, that's what he meant. You know, and the BBC got that royal charter, you know, from Bertie and his brother's dad, you know, and then we had the television. And then this other company was doing more better than the British corporation. And they was about to wipe out the British corporation. The government stepped in because of the BBC, saying like, this company's got to wipe us out. You know, they've got more money than this. Oh, we'll give a license to you. But if we give that license to you, you have to do what we fucking tell you. So, like, this is, and it still does that today. Politicians and the government, you know, when they have an announcement to make, they announce it on the BBC, don't they? And then the ITV gets it second hand, don't they? So who owns it? The government or the BBC? And this is why you'll never get rid of the licence, because it's a government-owned establishment. It's a government tool. The government needs it because of and welcome. This is BBC Worldwide News. And we send code messages to Ukraine. Yes, they do. They send code messages to Ukraine like they did in World War II, to the French resistance. The lamb is ready to slaughter. Whatever that meant, because I don't know. I just remember that from a film. The lamb is ready to slaughter. So this is a BBC World Service. And they're probably doing the same today, sending code messages, to Ukraine. And that's how Ukraine fucking bombed that submarine and bombed that other ship. But if you think the BBC is not owned by the British government, it is. It's just disguised as something else. What's that? BritBox could only be allowed with subscription because BBC couldn't have ITV or Channel 4 adverts. Telling you now, Shire, if you own a TV and it's got Freeview on it, half of them channels from Freeview is owned by the BBC. Who owns Freeview? Right, so look, it's got Freeview is the United Kingdom sole digital terrestrial TV platform. It is operated by Everyone's TV and DTV services. I'll just show you. Here we go. Is a joint revenue between the BBC, ITV, Channel 4 and Channel 5 and Sky. It's a joint revenue, and this is Freeview, and they show adverts, everything, so don't let the BBC con you, honestly. Don't let them con you. It's all a load of bollocks. They show adverts, but they disguise it. And this is why I don't watch television. I don't plan to watch television. Everything I've got it here on my computer. Although when I do watch, I've got this streaming service that I pay for 50 quid for the year, and I watch football on it. And I do watch a couple of programs. I try to watch a couple of films, but it keeps buffering to the point where I get annoyed, and then I'll go and watch Netflix where it don't buffer. You know, but everything is just money making. You know, nothing is free. You know, Stalin tried it, didn't he? Stalin tried, like. But it all ended up as a load of bollocks in the end, didn't it? Right? And now we've got Putin. But have we got Putin? Because, like, Putin now is probably dead. And he's got a double. Because that's what we're being told with conspiracy. This is what you get when you listen to the news, isn't it? Everything like the news, it's always, oh, this is why I don't read newspapers. I don't watch the news. I watch YouTube, but I just find YouTube entertaining. This is what I say, like Russell Brand, he's getting it now. Grant got it. Philip Schofield got it. Has Philip Schofield ever been done? No. Hugh Grant, the BBC reporter, his wife grassed him up. Yes, it's my husband. You know, has he ever been done for anything? No. Has he been cancelled by the BBC? They've all been cancelled, you know, because this is the culture we live in. You know, to me, it's all bollocks. If I want to call a transsexual, I will call a transsexual a transsexual. If I want to call Black Lives Matters cunts, which they are, I will call them cunts. If I want to call them Muslims something, I'll call them Muslims something. Well, I can't mention it here, can I? Because if I mention it here, I'm incriminating myself, aren't I? But if I want to call somebody something, I'll call it to the face. I won't hide behind anything. I'll just call it to them. You know, like I did when I got done for racism. You know, I just called him what he was. I tried to be clever, so I hid it in like, he's an Asian. And then I find out in a television program that they're calling them Asians now. Even they don't call them Pakistanis or whatever. We had a thing in Derby with the, can I call them turban heads, or do I have to call them Sikhs? Or because I don't think half of them were Sikh anyway. I don't know if there was Indians or Pakistan. I don't know what there was. It's all I know. They're from one part of the country, and they had this game that they play in their country, and they brought it over to this country, and where the game was, we shoot each other, we chop your heads off, we chop your arms off, and it's quite acceptable to do it in this country, you know. And then the newspapers reports it was two gangs, you know, over this game that spoilt it for millions of people. You know, you bring it for You bring it from your country to our country, and if we say anything about it, we are the faces that you fucking murder each other. You murder your fucking kids, which they do. You know, Pakistanis, they've got no respect for the women. But I'm a racist because I'm telling you the fucking truth, because Pakistanis have got no, like the women, they've got nothing. The kids, if it's a boy, oh, they've got everything. Oh yeah, it's a boy, it's all congratulations. If it's a girl, fucking drowned her. It's on the news today about like that girl that died, you know, and they arrested the father and the other two. You know, I'd say it, I'm a racist. You know, I'm not a racist. I'm a fucking realist. You know what I mean? I am a realist. And then you get all these fucking political correctness sticking up for them. You know, and that poor girl who's fucking died for no reason. I think that happened already, Shire. What's that? When the Russians died, the oligarchs stripped the meat off the bones. It happened to the right. I was watching a program today about the oligarchs and all that. The Thieves' Code. I think that's what they call it, the Thieves' Code. It dates back probably to the 17th century. That Thieves' Code. It dates back to the 17th century. But then we can say that about our culture, couldn't we? We can say that about our country. What's that? John Smith from Thames. Sutton King. Nah, he was not dead. Britain is not lost in the future. Well, I think Britain is lost. We lost our country. You know, you got Black Lives Matter, right? Do they ever mention Black Lives Matter? Have you ever heard them mention William Wilberforce that tried to, well, he did abolish slavery. He did. The Black Lives Matter say, oh, thank you, William. Thank you. No, they don't. Because all they want to do is just slag like all these people that made money off fucking slavery. But do they slack off the own countrymen that sold them into slavery in the fucking first place? You know, and it was their own countrymen that used to round them up and sell them. No, we are the bad guys. Like the UK, the Americans, the Dutch, the French, the Spaniards. We are the bad guys. But do they slag off their own countrymen that sold them? You know, no, they can't do that, can they? So, like, Black Lives Matter and all that bollocks, and like the historians that distort the fucking truth, because that's what they do, they distort the truth. And it does upset me. It really does upset me. Because it's like insulting my intelligence. It's like insulting your intelligence. You know, like we haven't got a brain. We'll just say what we've got to say. But it's all a load of fucking bollocks. Anyway, I'll go to bed now because I'm going to drink this. I've got to listen before I go to bed. But I've already got that little bit now, and I want to listen to I Wish You Was Here by Pink Floyd. So I'm going to listen to that before I go to bed and then drink the rest of my drink. But I thank you all for watching me. I thank you all for commenting, especially John Smith and Shire and Ghost Lady. I thank you very much and have a good night.